Let's go to something that's not gross, though. Let's go to Lore Corner.
All right, Lore Corner, Josh. It's my favorite time of the night.
So we're going to read from the Ripples book again. It's the seasonal book you get from listening to the radio conversations in the Helm. This first one is Risen from Bones. Kelgorath, Knight Champion of Death, kneels before his shrine of bone in the fog-ridden depths of the Ascendant Plane. Soulfire recedes into the ground around him. He places his forehead against the shrine, smudging a freshly bloodied sigil of Zivu-Arath. He has added so many layers, but this is the first time the blood is his own. He does so to show his devotion, to reject the heretic sister, to pledge himself anew to war. The Ascendant sky churns around him and he breathes deeply. It's his first breath of this life. He looks to the shrine before him, every vanquished contender ground to meal and packed between skulls to cement them in place. Trinkets of conquest and old spent weapons adorn the shrine from base to apex. He looks to them as he prepares to face his adversary. An empty ghost whose core he had gifted to defected Scarlet Wizards. Its guardian had ended him many times, but he is Kelgorath, and through battle he is reborn. No guardian can escape him, for they are heralds of death, and he swims in their wake. His eyes drift to another conquest, crystalline implants torn from the forehead of an awoken Techian. He hunted her through the ley lines for 3 days, tracking her by the stench of her fear. When he found her, she brought the Ascendant Plane down on him. He did not fall for this trick twice. He caught her again with his next life, and the Techian's final words echoed in his thoughts. I still see the flecks of scarlet in your chitlin. How quickly you abandon your witch queen. Kelgorath recalls the night he renounced Savathun. The night he had scoured the scarlet from his flesh on the serration beds deep within the Hellmouth. The night Osiris slaughtered all Crota's kin. Savathun was weak to allow their deaths. To cede ground to the celibate, to guardians, Zivu-Arath avenged them. Zivu-Arath took Osiris's light, and Kelgorath guzzled from it with vows of vengeance. He would prove his allegiance by stamping out any trace of the heretic sister. Herdru, his adversary, was a knight who still claimed fealty to Savathun. Herdru would be an instrument of example. Through battle, Kelgorath would confirm his new god. Through blood, he would erase the name Savathun and don that of Zivu-Arath. He stands, bows, grips the cleaver and shield he will carry until he falls again. Herdru, he whispers to the bones. Tonight he will purify himself in death. I feel like this guy is a boss that we're going to have to fight probably in the legendary version of the Shattered Realm activity.
Yeah.
Or he'll be somebody we fight towards the end of the season. Because why else would you get your own lore page? Or, I mean, does he have a role to play down the line? We know that Bungie likes to lay breadcrumbs out ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a guy that we're going to deal with in the Witch Queen, maybe as a strike boss?
Or maybe like a dungeon, maybe surrounding him or something.
Yeah, a dungeon boss, maybe. Like, I mean, Zivu-Arath, we know, is serving the true master behind the Black Fleet. I mean, maybe this is a strike boss. Maybe in the raid where you take down Zivu-Arath, this is one of the mini-bosses you have to go through. You know, I imagine him being like one of those knights in the Haunted Forest.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, we'll talk about the Haunted Forest real fast after all this. So we did skip the calendar.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, yeah, the Haunted Forest.